put on. Sorry, hold on. Dyke, shut up! I'm on a podcast! Shut up! I'm on a freaking podcast, bro.
Gotta love your only child. Ain't gotta deal with stuff like that.
Action.
Yeah, I'm a sibling,
I'm on a podcast. God damn.
I'm an only child.
I'm on a podcast. Stop screaming JoJo quotes, bro.
Welcome back to the safe room. You're in the presence of the president, Sean Williams. Not really in the presence because we're doing audio, but you know what I mean. Okay, welcome back to the safe room. And you know, guys, we have a pretty special one today. I got not one, not two, but three guests on the show. First up, you may hear him on the Court Advantage podcast that I got him here today. Yo, you already know who it is. Introduce yourself. I don't have to do it for you.
Oh, back, man. I'm here, man. Here with this guy, man. Let's get started, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I got two new guests today. First up, a good friend of mine. We used to go to DSS. That boy coming from the Bronx. First, I got Jason.
Yes, sir. You already know what's popping.
All right. And I got my next man as well. Also from the Bronx, I heard. All right. I got Jeff.
Yo, what's up? How you guys doing?
Oh, man.
The driest way.
What? I'm sorry.
It's cool. So,
just good.
We
Great
have a
to
lot
be
to
here.
talk about. So today we're going to be talking about 2020, the summer 2020. And I know for all you people, this is a very touchy subject because like 2020 has just been nothing but negatives and bads. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what could have been, you know, with all this stuff happening. But we don't just want to make this be like a bad episode, just all negativity. We do want to spread some positives. You know, I'm going to share some of the good things that's happened to me. I'm pretty sure my guests will do the same as well. But again, make sure you guys just always tune into all the episodes that I'm doing. Don't forget, it's available on 5 platforms. We got Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, and Radio Public. Make sure you guys follow what I'm Doing. Again, also shout out to the Court Advantage podcast. No cap.
No cap.
Yes, sir. Make sure you tune into that. I'm also trying to get that on different platforms as well. We'll be dropping an episode really soon, so be on the lookout for that. But without further ado, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Oh, let's do this shit.
Yes, sir, man.
So, I mean, in terms of like 2020, I mean, everyone just had high expectations, you know, including myself. I was just one of those persons like, you know what, forget staying in the house like for the past decade. I'm legit going to do something this year. And then all the bad things happened. We had COVID. We had all the stuff with the racial injustice against Black people. It's just so many things have happened. But before I just talk about that, I do want to talk about what you guys had planned for 2020 because, you know, I don't want this again. I don't want this to be a negative episode. I do want to spread some joy because with a couple months left,
of course,
all of us who might have school in a couple of weeks, I think we need to get some positivity on this, okay? So whoever's free to answer first, I just want you guys to just talk about what were your aspirations for 2020 this year?
I'll go first. So basically, 2020 is the start of a new decade. So we had so much there was just so much hype around it. Like, oh, it's a new decade. We get to start all over again. You know, start afresh. We're going to make 2020 ours. And then you already know what happened, but it's tough. I'm going to say it's tough for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
For real. Like what? Like as soon as 2020 started, right? Like I think each month some shit happened, right?
Yeah, something shit happened each month.
Like Kobe, and then
oh my God,
what else happened? Kobe, the COVID, all this shit just each month. They just like nonstop. He didn't give us no breaks, nothing. That's crazy. But it's like, you know, like I really felt like this year was gonna be like the year to do something, you know, like to put your name out there or something like that. And like for all this shit to just go down like that, like Jesus Christ, dog. It's crazy. It's honestly. But I think like in somewhat way, not to be controversial or whatnot, right? But like in somewhat way, it was kind of like it's kind of nice to have this a bit, like this slowdown of like trying to like because like sometimes life feels like it's really fast sometimes,
Yeah.
or you feel like you don't know what you're gonna do or whatever. And this is kind of just like a nice break from everything because everything just stopped, So it's like when you gotta like, let's say you gotta order something from Amazon, you gotta wait a week or something, right? You got nothing to do, so it's like, all right, that's fine, that's cool, whatever. There's nothing really pressuring you to like really have to like force yourself to do something because no one is doing anything. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally get what you're saying. Like,
So
I agree with you, Jeff. Like, part of me at first, like, once the whole quarantine phase kicked in, I actually didn't complain at first. I really didn't. I was always that person that stayed in the house. Like, I was quarantined before the quarantine in a way.
I mean, I'm always out of the house, man. That's the thing. So at first, that was kind of hard for me.
Yeah, and for some people, like, they adapt differently. Like Kevin's just said, like, he's always out, doing his thing. Me, I may be in the house just relaxing, just minding my own stuff.
Yeah, everybody's different, so.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah, exactly. Like COVID, it's a blessing and a curse. Like, obviously, the whole people catching it, like, I hope catches it and all that. Hopefully people are okay.
Yeah.
But the fact that we're quarantined, it's give us just like more time, just be home and just think about stuff in our lives. Like, what am I gonna do in the future? Like, what can I do now to keep myself productive? Like, just find new things. That's how people find new things. Like, that's how I figure that, me and a couple of my friends, we have this thing where we used to play Monopoly. And it was just like the best time ever, and that's how we discovered like, oh, this is actually like, this could be a thing.
Yeah, dog. That game was like, we used to play fucking, what's it called, Rent. Oh, wait, are you allowed to curse on this or not?
It's cool.
You can curse how much you want. You can curse how much you want.
Okay. Just making sure.
I said no filters. I like this.
That's good. But like me and Jason and just the other crew, I don't know if I should shout them out or not or anything like that. But like we used to play Rento to keep ourselves entertained. And holy, we did not expect the quarantine like lockdown to be this long. Bro. Holy, summer's almost over already. That's crazy, dude. And it's like, I don't know.
And the scary part, I'm hearing things that there may be like a second phase as well, because don't forget flu season.
Yeah, they said that. Flu season, what? Fall season, right? Far.
Yeah, like somewhere around
October, November.
What do you guys feel about how do you guys feel about how schools are starting? They're letting like kids go into school or whatever, and there's like summer camps that have like people like just being there. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, honestly, I have touched upon that on an episode, and honestly, I don't understand why exactly because it's mostly targeted to like elementary, middle school, and even high school. But surprisingly, for like university, it's like there's online courses. And even for high school, there's an alternating schedule. It's like, okay, but we don't know how that's structured. Is it going to be like one day you come in, another day it's remote learning, or is it 1 week of just straight in-class instruction and then 1 week of remote learning? Like, I don't know how it's going to be based on, but to me, I don't think it has to like be structured in a way like it's just like my biggest issue is like, why is it for elementary schools that students have to come back? Like, they're little children. Like, you're not gonna expect them to run around.
I heard about that. That was just weird to hear. They have this whole new thing going on about how they do the whole school setup with those elementary school kids.
I know.
Like, it makes no sense. Like, I'm thinking, like, these kids, like, they're gonna like want to talk with their friend. They're gonna touch stuff. That means more risk, and that means the protocols have to be more strict. And again, like, why didn't you just have them, like, teach online? And I know what you're thinking, like, them online would be better because again, like, the brain can't really adapt like we adapt right now. And I understand that.
They're kids, right?
At the same time, you can't tell me that there could have been some other model that could have been implemented to make sure that, okay, if we're going to bring this amount of children in, then, we have to make sure that there's limited contact in terms of, like, we want to minimize all the cases for COVID. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I heard they were going to, like, less the students for each class. Like, I think each class is going to have at least, like, 15 kids. They're
Yeah.
just gonna make it really small. But honestly, if they're gonna like do all these like things just to prevent it, honestly, just try to do it online. To be honest, because it's
Just be
like
strict.
it's just better to like be very safe about it than just to
Yeah.
like take the risk. Because like a lot of people, I think don't like I don't know, don't you could correct me on this, but don't like kids carry like the most germs or whatnot? Like don't they like carry on like more diseases than like the average? Or no?
I
I'm
mean,
wrong with
like,
that.
I think
I
they do,
don't
yeah.
know like the statistical numbers to that, but I do know kids again. They do like to
Because the kids
engage
touch
with anything.
Like
anything.
they're just like more, yeah, they're just more like out there, like touchy, whatever. They
Yeah.
don't care. Like it's like that, and it's like honestly, they should just do it online. It'll be a lot safer. And I just want to like have this COVID thing over so we can just all go out, just do our things, have fun. I was planning, what I was planning, dog? I was planning to go on festivals, some concerts,
Oh my
something,
god.
right? I wanted to do something like different.
And that's a huge thing too. Like not just the fact that we have been able to hang with our friends, but again, there's a lot of like social events that have been canceled. All the
Oh yeah.
concerts from around the
Yeah.
world, especially some of the big things that happen in Toronto, like Caravana.
Oh yeah. I was about to go Carabana this year. Like,
Caravana. That's
I was
everybody
about
was
to
so
go
mad
this year.
about
I was like,
that.
yo, I was like, wow. Like they canceled. I was
like,
so cheesed.
That's another thing too. So like, how much of an impact does that have as well? Because again, like people are like, okay, you know what? We can't go back to school, or we can't do this or that. At least we'll still have like these events. And like, no. And you think like
Huh.
they would probably take advantage of like the online platform and do something. I mean, sure, it won't be the same, but it's better than just like canceling the entire thing. Because you can't tell me in the age that we're living right now in 2010, they could have done something that could have made it at least better. I mean, look at some of like award shows. Like one award show I can name is the BT Awards. Like
Yeah.
the way they structured out with the whole virtual thing, it was great. It was really excellent. I think that it still gave that vibe of like, even though you're not there, you feel like you're there. Again, it was very structured, very well. So like, I feel like why didn't they implement that into other stuff like Caravan or like other events as well, like a concert? I mean, I see them doing it sometimes online, but I don't know. I feel like there's just a different sense to it. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you guys want to like talk about it for a bit, about just all the cancellation, just all these social events
Actually,
happening.
I've never seen what's it called? What awards again? You were saying
The awards.
I actually never got to see it. Was it like a virtual thing?
It was virtual. So for some celebrities, they were like in their house, with like backdrops and everything. And based on performances, some were like, take within a room. I know there was a couple that were actually take like an undisclosed location. But again, it still felt really nice. Again, like we would have liked it if it was live, but honestly, to say that it was worse is like not. I couldn't really say that. I think the show was still great. And again, another thing too, it had a message too. It was talking about the racial injustice of Black people during the time with all the riots happening as well. So it wasn't just a good show; it was very powerful in its message as well.
All right.
Yeah.
I actually never got to see.
Even like graduations this year was iffy.
Oh yeah, graduations, bro.
I witnessed the graduations and they were like really bad, dude. It was actually really bad. It was kind of sad the way it was, like just like photos and whatnot. It was just kind of like very disappointing for these these new graduates. It's kind of sad. It's kind of glad, like it's kind of great that we all graduated at like a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to like. You got to graduate online, then like I don't know. Just it feels weird just graduating online, then like actually walk across the stage or something.
Yeah,
that's weird, bro.
Now that's
like just makes you feel more like you actually graduated.
Yeah,
that's something you can't just make. Like to have it virtually. That's something you need to experience in person.
Experience that.
It's a different type of feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling.
It's worse because like think about it. Like you're not gonna go through that experience again.
Nah, that's a one-time
yeah,
thing.
Basically.
Like
It's
so, like
so,
I feel
like
bad for people.
That's sad. So.
Or like the kids that they missed out at prom too, right?
Man.
Oh yeah, prom.
Prom.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. It was weird. Like, I won't even lie. There was some mans at Downey that went to multiple.
Oh,
good,
man.
That was a funny thing. We'll be right back, guys. We'll talk a bit more about the summer 2020, and hopefully we can talk about something positive, because so far it's been kind of negative.
This guy.
Don't worry, we're gonna make it positive.
I mean,
We'll
like,
make it positive.
We make it positive, man. You know.
I mean,
You have to watch to the end to see the positivity.
Yeah, man.
yeah, maybe we'll talk about, like, you know, because we still have a couple months left into 2020, and hopefully we can look into like 2021.
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna ask that, but we'll wait till we come back in.
Yeah, we'll come back. All right, so we're back. Now, I know we talked about a lot what's happened in 2020, but as much as it's been negative, it's really good to have these conversations, because, again, like, not everything in life is going to be positive, and, you know, you can't just ignore all the stuff that's happened, because I won't lie, in every negative, there's a positive. And I think of everything that's happened.
That's facts.
It's like a wake-up call. Like, you know, I'm a very religious person, and I believe in, like, God and, like, what he has planned. Yeah. And I do believe, like, this was, like, needed in a way for us to just wake up and realize how we're living our lives. And that sometimes being part of a year where there's just been nothing but bad has made you just revitalize yourself and just be like, you know what, maybe I should stop taking this path and start taking a new path. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Like, I always say, you got to go to your low in order to get to your high. Yeah. So this is like one big low for us. But in 2021, we may get like our biggest high. Like, a lot of us, including myself, we're going to start colleges soon. It could be September of this year. It could be February of next year, which I'm trying to go February of next year. So that could be like a brand new, like, fresh start for me. So I could just forget about 2020 and just focus on 2021, just getting my education, just focus on what I got to do for college.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kevin, what do you think?
I mean, same thing what he said. 2021 is probably a fresh start. You got to start from a low to reach a high, you know? So I think,
honestly, man, you got to look at it like the cup is halfway full, you know? Like, it's like a fresh cup of milk, you know what I mean? It's just like halfway, it's empty, and that's COVID. But the rest, but the milk right there is like, oh shit, this liquid that's gonna satisfy me is the plans that I got for next year. Is my fresh start. It's my oh shit, I got this quarantine body now, and I'm about to pop off. These ladies about to see me pop off.
Sounds like my humanities teacher right now. I swear. Where
I said milk, why can't it be juice?
Juice, whatever. It's like you could get orange juice, apple juice, it's just whatever juice you want. Juice? It could be soda, man. Honestly,
or discrimination here.
Any of it. It's just the fact that liquid right there is your plans. It's like you look at it and you drink it and you're like, oh yeah, that's my plans right there. Boom. 2021, that's it. I got you. Boom. It's over.
What if it's like a thick liquid, like a smoothie?
Yeah.
Making me.
Please.
Oh, guess what? Right now, no.
But I agree with all three of you. Honestly, like from my standpoint, when COVID hit, I had no clue what was gonna happen for me. I didn't know what to do, and then came this podcast. This was just an idea. I didn't think this was gonna last like a week, and now I'm at episode 13 with you guys, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's on 5 platforms. Like, oh my goodness, like people are talking about this. Like, I think this would happen. Like, and not just my podcast. Like, I've been working out, like,
constantly. You've been working out, bro.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
So, like,
that's good.
Honestly, like being in a moment where like you have nothing to do makes you really think on the stuff that you're not doing for yourself.
Yeah.
So like, I really believe that like that this break, yes, it's had its bad, but I do think this is good because if there's like a business that you want to start, is there something that you want to achieve? This was like this period was like the perfect time for you to just get on your stuff, like get on your shit and be like, you know what, I want to accomplish this, and you know, honestly, there's nothing that can stop me, you know.
Yeah.
What if COVID? What if COVID never came? You think you'd still be doing this podcast or?
That's true. I feel like
that's honestly a great question. And like I said, honestly, certain things plan out for you in a way that you don't expect it. That's why, I said, God said, if we keep, just no COVID, would you still be here? Maybe I needed this to get to where I am right now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that is the thought that everyone's thinking, what happens if, there was no COVID?
Yeah.
Would anything change?
I'll probably be doing the same thing, probably.
Yeah.
It was that big what if, what if it never came?
What if it never came? That's life. Life's always a what if. So
here's the thing too, because this is my thing. When there was the whole racial justice, the whole George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, all the riots happening. I understand. I respect how everyone came out in support. But COVID had a big part of this. And this is where I want people to understand what I'm saying. I don't want you to believe that I'm trying to go out of context. Mm-hmm. We tend to pay attention to things more when we have no distractions. And basically, when it's COVID and you're quarantined, I mean, yes, the quarantines were kind of being, I wouldn't say they were being lifted, but people are still going out to the streets. But quarantine was still there. Mm-hmm. But you're in a place where that is the main focus, because that was the talk. The riots, everything happening, that was the main talk on CNN.
It really was.
And when that's the main focus, and you can't distract your mind from anything because all these social events are canceled, sports is canceled, all these concerts are canceled. When you are stuck in that one thing, it makes you have to be a part of the conversation and actually be oh my God, this is actually happening. When this was happening to Black people way before.
Years.
We can go back centuries. For 400 years. This has been
years, man.
Right? And the fact that now it's you've seen the message when the message is flew right over your head for so long. It's just now
years.
You don't have a phone distracted in front of your face. Yeah. You don't have to worry about going to a party. You don't have to worry about meeting up with friends because you're just stuck in this one place we call home, in your house, where you're living, your apartment, wherever you live.
Yeah.
It's like the cage that's making you sit there look at it, because you can't look around. Look at it right in front of you, and you have to acknowledge it. So again, I'm not trying to make this too controversial, but like I said, there's certain things that are played out, and I think COVID was just a way to make people realize. I think the biggest message is that we need to always pay attention to things around us, but also what's in front of us too. Because even though we focus on things around us, that's not the things that's going to take us to where we want to desire. It's the things that are in front of us.
It's very true.
I found it funny how when this whole protesting and riots started happening, I was just thinking to myself, so everybody forgot about Corona? What happened to this whole 6 feet distance?
I know, yeah.
Everyone's super.
That's what I was first thinking. I'm just okay, I guess that's nobody cares about it anymore. So
I just forgot about that when that happened.
Yeah. So I was just thinking maybe cases will go up if this happened. People forgot about this. I don't know if it did, to be honest. Maybe it had, maybe it hadn't.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just it's really weird. I wouldn't even say this year was bad. In my anyone, it's subjective, but to me, it was just really weird. It's just right off the jump, January 1st, we're hearing talks of COVID. There was that small period at the beginning of the year about World War III.
Oh,
yeah. I remember that.
Dude.
I won't even lie. There were part of me was scared. I'm oh my gosh, could you imagine if USA calls on Canada, yeah, we need some help. Could you get some drafting some soldiers?
I remember that. At the beginning of January, I remember that shit. Oh
you guys, hold on real quick. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Dyke, shut up! I'm on a podcast! Shut up! I'm on a freaking podcast, bro.
Gotta love your only child. Ain't gotta deal with stuff like that.
Action. I have a sibling,
I'm on a podcast. God damn.
I'm a child.
I'm on a podcast. Stop screaming JoJo quotes, bro.
I have a sibling, so fuck.
Anyways, guys. So yeah,
Hey,
basically,
JoJo fire
it's
though.
very true. Like I feel like that's very true because it's like
This
now
guy.
that COVID happened, like we're so stuck onto social media because social
I
media is the
know.
only thing that's distracting us right now, and it's like it's just crazy. But it's like for the Black Lives Matter movement, like that was actually really good. You know, a lot of people were more focused onto that, and I feel like this year it made a really big impact for sure.
Yeah, hopefully there's some change that happened because this year was the year that a lot of people came out and spoke about it.
Yeah, a lot of people came out this year.
Like social media, everyone was just talking about it. So hopefully whoever's in charge can actually see what's going on and actually make some kind of change.
Yeah, we got to get the CEO of racism. You know, hopefully he saw and listened.
Get him out of there.
Yeah.
Honestly. And in terms of just the positive note, I think when going into 2021, the one thing I can say is like everyone's motivated because all I hear is now end 2020. We want to start 2020.
I know.
But I just hope the mindset of people is not just end 2020 because of all the bad and you just don't want it to be like existing in your life.
Yeah.
But saying that you're ending 2020 because I've learned a lot through this year and now I feel that I'm preparing myself no matter what the circumstances, and I'll take it head on, and I'll always be ready. Like I'm hoping, like that's the type of motivation people are instilling in themselves. Because again, for me, like going into 2021, I'm motivated. Like I'm really like, okay, you know what? Like just no matter what the obstacle is, I'm not always gonna go and be like this is gonna be a good year or it's gonna be a bad year. I just gotta like, trust fate and that whatever happens, like I got God by my side. I just trust in myself as well, and that way I could just get over any obstacle. And I just hope people establish that mentality, you know, like Mamba mentality, like for Kobe, like
you
know?
Yes, sir. Mamba mentality.
Mamba mentality, man. Gotta have that mentality.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really important. And I mean, you know, as much as like 2020 has been bad because of that, 2021 will be a very fun year. Like, don't forget, like maybe if you're dropping the music, like albums and stuff, it's pushed back to 2021. Hey, now you have something to expect for 2021.
Yeah.
From movies, TV shows, you know, the Olympics, they're pushed back now. There's a lot of things that could happen in 2021 that could be like memorable moments. So look at it in that bright spot. You know, like
there's definitely some bright spots that we're just like flying past just because of like how bad 2020 is. But there's some there.
There's a lot of good moments, man.
And like honestly, like don't always look at the bad. That's something I've always like stick to. You know, yes, there's bad and you can talk about it, but if your just mentality is just like, oh, what's next month gonna be? What's new then? Like you're not living your best life.
Yeah, if you think like that, you just not gonna live your best life. You think like that, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, yes, I'm always wondering what could happen. But I'm never going into the next month, the next day, wondering what the bad is. I'm just trying to go into the next day hoping that, you know, I get achieve my goal. Like I said, podcast, again, every day I wake up, I've actually found something that I'm passionate about. I've heard it many times. They walk to me, Sean, president, whatever they want to call me. Yo, you're going to be a lawyer. Yo, you're going to do sports management. Yo, Sean, you're going to open your own business. Yo, you have your thing figured out. Let me tell you something. Hopping to university, I was a hot mess. I really was. I had nothing figured out. Like in my second year, I was so unorganized that I had to leave things that I started with just to readjust myself. Right? And even though like I found this podcast, this is the one thing I'm actually passionate about. But I'm not always gonna say like this is the plan moving forward. I'm just gonna do podcasts. Yeah. It's a learning process. That's what life's about. You learn things. You don't win and lose. You win and learn. And then
I like that mentality. That's a good mentality, man.
That's really
good. There's some people out here with like really negative mentalities, like what Sean was saying, is that like there's a lot of people with like negative mentalities where they're always thinking like, oh, this is gonna like they always think the negative, right? They're always thinking about the empty side of the cup and they're never thinking about the full cup, right? So it's like you're never gonna really live life if you just keep trying, and it's okay to fail. Like it's okay. It's okay to fail. You know, it's not even like failing isn't bad. It's just a learning process.
Exactly.
And I think that's not what some people get because I like know some people that just like they like give up mad quick because it's like, oh, that's not gonna work. Nope, we're not gonna do it. Nope, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But it's like they don't try, right? And they don't try to find obstacles to get through it. They just give up and that's it. They quit. And it's like you should try to find obstacles to get to that point instead of just quitting just because you've seen something that doesn't seem like it's gonna work. You know, it doesn't mean it's not gonna work. It's just that method isn't gonna work. Holy cow! What? She walked away.
Jeff, like, nah, for real. Like, people always saying if plan A doesn't work, they give up, but there's plan B, there's plan C, all the way to plan Z. If you want to keep going, there's plan 1, 2. Like, there's so much more
there's
options and
A, B,
opportunities
C,
you can
D,
do.
E, F, G,
People just seem to
H,
just
I, J,
like
K, L,
end
M,
it
N,
at just one. Like, all it's working, I don't know, dude. I'm probably gonna become homeless inside.
Back then, I used to think like that. I can't lie to you.
No.
I think at some point,
everyone
maybe
has
not
thought
now,
that.
maybe a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I think we all maybe thought that.
Yeah.
That, like, if something went wrong, that's it. Like, there's no coming back.
Yeah, I think that's just like some type of like. I think everyone has it. Like, I don't think it's just like individual you guys, right? Like, I think everyone has like some type of insecurity that kind of just brings them back. Like, oh shit, I can't do this, you know. And I think you just need to.
Question is, how are you gonna deal with that?
I think you just build. I think you just try to build, or you kind of just force yourself to do it. You know, it's like, okay, let's say I was Sean, right, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a podcast, and then the podcast didn't go well. Then I just quit because I'm like, okay, it didn't go well. I'm not gonna do it anymore, right?
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you just gotta, like, okay, maybe the next one will. Maybe the next one is, you gotta think positively, right? Like, you just gotta keep going. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So not just quit just because you fail once. That's what I'm basically just trying to say.
Yeah, and like, even like, you know, there's some people that like I always try to tell, like, just keep pushing. And I know that I don't understand the shoes that they're in. Because again, the situation, the narrative's told by a different person. And I don't want to flip your own narrative because I'm not the one writing the story at the end. You're writing your own story. I'm just hoping I can be that person that supports you. So if you need time to figure things out, that's fine. Like, for some, like, one of the biggest things that I found was like, there was like this moment on Instagram or like Twitter where people were like, if you're not growing your business or you're not doing this, you're not taking advantage of COVID.
Oh yeah, I've seen
why
a lot
are
of
you
that.
now pressuring people to do something that, in their case, they're like, I just want to take things slow.
Yeah.
I just want to take things slow. Me, I was the person like, yo, I'm trying to like build myself up, trying to get my name out there. Someone else is just like, I just want to chill. I don't want to do nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I want to relax. And you know, you can't just force someone to do something that they're not like motivated by. You know, so it's not even like I want to force you. I just want to be like that person in your life that supports everything you do and respect. And that's the whole point of this. Like, you know, we want to spread this level of positivity, and it's not just in the sense that you need to be doing a job or you need to be doing this. No, it could be just giving advice, and that could be someone's like bright spot. So like, but I mean, that's what we think. I mean, I don't know if like you guys listening at the podcast right now, you guys can let me know. You guys can DM me, just tell me how you feel. But 2020, I would like to make a toast. Despite the fact of all the nonsense.
Bro, I don't have no water on me, bro.
Hey,
I don't have.
It is my personal toast. Don't worry about it. You can do like, it's okay.
Bro, I have toast right here.
I got orange
empty
juice.
bottle, bro.
I got orange juice.
2020, even though you have been absolutely treacherous.
It's kind of on a remote.
And like,
for me, just put like a fake photo of like some white guy holding up a bottle or something.
Oh my god!
Hey, you have to do that. Yeah.
Whatever, you know. Oh, Jesus holding a remote. Okay.
Despite the nonsense,
I hold it remote. I stick that.
2020, I do want to say thank you. Thank you for putting me in the biggest hole. Thank you for making everything so difficult. Thank you for doing that, because now I know that I can't take every year lightly. No matter what, I got to go in there with a strong mentality. In 2021, I see around the corner what I'm going to take over for me. I'm going to take over 2021. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Empty bottle, bro.
Empty bottle. These guys drinking air.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you again to Jeff, Kevin, and Jason for hopping on.
Yep.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Again,
No problem, man.
I don't know if you guys want to make any shout outs or quick. I like to let my guests shout out to anything.
Who wants to shout out first?
Who's
gonna do it first?
I don't know if I got anything to shout out. Like my life is just. I mean, hey, shout out McDonald's. I'm gonna just say that.
I have no one to shout out, man.
Nah, shout out McDonald's because really, like, anytime McDonald's is mentioned, people just like to laugh about it, and it's just like, oh, you work at McDonald's. Like that's probably the worst job ever. They start laughing at
working,
you. But I'm grateful to work at McDonald's.
At least you're making money.
Just put myself out there. Like, yeah, I work at McDonald's. I have a job at least.
You should be grateful.
At least you have a job. Some people don't have a job.
That's true.
Exactly. During this time, like I'm grateful to have a job now.
Yeah.
Just be safe. Just be safe.
Yeah, respect.
Everybody got to start somewhere. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mask on, man. Mask
to
on.
reach that level,
But again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you check out all my episodes. Also, check out the sports podcast we're doing, Court Advantage. Remember, we're dropping an episode soon.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say for that one, no strong team is safe. No strong team is safe.
They say there will be, there may be riots, there may be fights.
Yeah, I'd say tomorrow's episode might be
crazy.
Those aliens.
I think I'm about to go crazy tomorrow, man. Fuck.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's your boy, the president, Sean Williams.
President?
Mr. President. Oh, this guy.
Yeah.